Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Cocky and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. But they get him on the ground at the 20. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. The Tigers pulled out a close one the last time they saw their Palmetto State rivals.
And Clemson, they were sleepwalking early in that game. They know when they play South Carolina, they're going to get their A-plus effort. They're going to have to take some haymakers, and they got to wake up in this one.
I think it's tough late in the season, regardless when you play. The rivalry is deep. The hatred is deep. Even when seasons are out of touch for South Carolina, they can put an exclamation point by beating Clemson at the end of the year.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Gets it out fast. Turns it on in midfield. Open runway ahead. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Running back searching for a hole. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Got his man quickly. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown at Clemson. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense set on first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Handoff from the gun. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth, some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is huge.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones. You just never know what the outcome is going to be.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Going for it all. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Gamecock. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy who does it to defenses, it seems, every single week. And so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll try to pop the draw. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball. Like, he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position. Being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much.
Just keeps moving. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll give it to him again. Shakes off the defender. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll run it from the gun. And the Gamecocks will move the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
To the air, it's Sellers. Lets it fly deep downfield. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Give to the running back. Running with power. And he used that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. Makes one man miss. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Jukes his way for more. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. He's up to 51 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
After run, now throw. Caught over the middle. It's Simon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Fires a ball, now it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Leaves it with the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. With jet sweep pass. He's loose. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Obviously, when you're playing a layer like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again, deep down the field, but it falls in.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Makes the catch. It's Harvard. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They want to run it left here. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He got it! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? Fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Getting some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you can see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
With the catch, it's Williams. At the 45 on its way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure and you get to hit the quarterback. But 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There is no way the offense is coming up with a completion on that.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be sufficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Hard running there. And the ball's free in the backfield.
You know, these running backs had to keep 5 points. Especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways, and the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Now on first down from the 30. The give to the back. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. He rifles one deep down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Complete downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They take the lead with the 6.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nor the quarterback could throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Fighting off the defender. The Gamecocks get enough for the first down.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Come on, third call. What did they find these officials? My son's high school girls? Complete idiots. Your eyes, Jack. What I saw.
After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. From the shotgun, the inside give. Snowed under by the defense. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. 2nd down coming up. To the air, it's Sellers. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete to the left. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
The Gamecocks are on the move. They'll run it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He fires to the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receivers. The pass ball's incomplete.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He's not afraid to go deep. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. New set of downs after that completion. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. Fires on the move. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
And that is no good. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied, guys. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. On the move, it's Maffa. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small game and an easier 3rd down. How about the effort by the running back to get the was close. He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find the guy.
Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Spreads out 4 receivers, trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Clemson. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it incomplete. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The Tigers are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Runs through a tackle. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Shakes off the tackle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell They got on the edge quickly, got the big first.
Touchdown, Clemson! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Lets it fly on the move. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper. Understanding they're down.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
They'll immediately call timeout. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Wide out in motion. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And such a great job using his feet, being smart. You got the lead in this football game. Don't force the ball down the field. Gets the scramble, gets the first down. What a clutch play in the fourth quarter.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll try the run. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the ground game. Fights off a defender.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Really? Are you kidding me?
Way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Clemson trying to just bleed this clock dry. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Open space at the 25. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team. Bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been